Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we are solving another one of the good question of the LeetCode and intro problem. It's tapping rainwater. What do you do in LeetCode? So not taking too much time, just have a look at the question. You have given a non-negative integer representing an elevation map where the width of each bar is 1. Compute how much water it can trap after raining. Okay. You have given a different bars. Okay, we have of different height, but the width is it's similar like 1 width. Okay, so the height is given to you like first bar is of 0 height, second 1 bar. So you have to store how much total water it can store. Okay, so something, what do you think, like if I say there is of two height, then there is 0 height element and there is 3 height element. Actually if you diagramly like make simply if you like make 2 is 2, okay, and if 0 like 2 here is 2 of 2 height, it's of 0 height, it's of 3 height, like 3 blocks. Now you can as imagine of 3 blocks, 1 block, 2 block, 3 block and 0 block and 2 blocks. So how much water to store? It store only between the 2 blocks. It must have the height and if you see of the 0, like between 0 block how much water, it must have 2 block greater than height, both have height greater than him or equal, then it can store water. Like okay, like if it's 2 height and it's 3 height, so how much water is stored? It can store the water like minimum of the left max and like right max. Okay, if you are at the 2 nothing has in the left, but in the right it has 3. But can it store water? Can it store water? You have to, like if it has 2 it has 3, so its max its minimum is by 2, and yes, 2 minus 2 is actually 0. So it can't actually, like, because 0 can store water like of the blocks with 2, but how can 2 store the water? Because 2 in the lab, 2 lab is 2, there is nothing in the lab, and for the but at the 3 is right, but nothing is left, so it can be surrounded by. So how actually store water? Like you can see in the example, like if there is like for 0 block, 0 height, there is nothing in the lab, so it can't store any water because there is nothing in the left side to block anything. Or like if there is a height 1, so left max is 1 itself, because the maximum height in the left is 1 itself, and the right, if you see that this is block height is 3, but minimum of this, it can store minimum of this, and minimum of this is 1 itself, but also its height is 1, so it cannot store any water. Like for if this is 0 block, minimum for this is 1 and maximum is 3, so it can store what minimum of this like 1, but height is 0, so it can store 1 unit of water. Like for this 2 block, its minimum is, what is minimum, its minimum is, if you see its minimum is this one, okay, its minimum something, this one 0, so can't but and right, it minimum is 0, so and its value it's fully greater than the minimum, so it can't store. If it's already greater and the value of that array block is already greater than the minimum value, it can't store. So you have to think of that. Similarly add for the right thing. So how you approach this question, it's like very good things one, but how you approach, okay, like if you know, I have always said there is always you have to left value and right maximum value to store for that block value, and then if you have left max and right max, then you get minimum, because minimum value of the left and also you can store, and you have to minus the height of that block, because if there is height something, there is already filled, so you can fill water which is empty only. So that is the logic goes on. So you have to like find left max or right max. So we have to solve with this two approach. So I'm just helping you the pseudo approach how we can solve. So you have to find the left max, okay, of the array. Similarly you have to find the right max Okay, like for each value in the block you have to find the left max, left high, just and right for the left you have to find the right max maximum value. And for like each step when you go for, then you have this value, just traverse for each block you have to traverse. So when you traverse each block, first you have to check, what we check, if your array with block value is must be, it must is something that array I must be smaller than both left max and right, because if like it's greater than, it can't store, so you not need to just do that. So just check it, if this is a condition true, like array is smaller than both left max or right max, then it only then it will store. So when it's condition true, it's small from the left max and right max of that value, just you add what, minimum, just add minimum, first check minimum of left max, then right max of that particular, and you have to minus what, height of current now, because if there already height something, you have to take it then only, and include in total, you make a total value in which you store all the values in. This is how you can solve. So if you see if the time complexity is like order when this will take, order this will take, and it's like, so it's something like in order 2n plus, and it's 3n actually. And yeah, you have taking the space complexity is also there, you have taking spaces here because of left max right max, to order 1 plus order 2n is there. So interview might ask you to reduce that space complexity, so how can you do? So we just think of the things, like we know at a time of the block, for each block at a time we only need either left max or on the right max, we will not be, because we are using one value now. Like for this block where is 0 height, you are what use the left height actually, use the left height, so you need only one value at a time. So you can think of the like approach of the 2 points, like one it's pointing to left, when you get to right, and you check what is the minimum value and minimum of the left right. If there is a case where a left value is less than or equals to, if it is also equal to the right value, we can traverse of the left, you can go to right, but in case of you had some smalling value, you can also, in case of equal of left part equal to the right part, you can also traverse from left also, continue that. And if this is the case, you just check, you make a left max. So left max, if left max is greater than, if left max is greater than your left max, like left max is initially 0, if left max is greater than that current value, you just can add in the total, because lmax is something there, and you have the array is smaller than lmax, so you can something to store the value, so that you add in a total. If there is nothing that case, just lmax is now your what value, current array is your lmax now. Similarly, if this is not case, right max is smaller, so just do same thing for the right. Now write the code to understand clearly, just make in lmax, okay, int lmax comma 0 initially, or right max you can think of 0, and total, where we store the total is 0, okay, l left pointer and right pointer is equals to the height class, we start from right dot size. We can understand more when we solve this question, so nothing to worry. So we are using 2 because we think that at a one block you need only left value or the right value, so you don't need both the value, so you can think of that, that's why we are using that 2 pointer. Just check and with this is the case we are moving. So first what I said, check like if array I, if sorry height is there, if height I less than is true, less than is there, for equally we can do this, if there is equally you can do for the right, from the right part also, but we are like doing from the left side only, we are getting the smallest value of the right side or the right, we are just checking what is the minimum value we can get from the left side or the right side. So that's the things we are doing, height of right, height of j height of r actually, and this is actually l. So if this is the case, left side has the value which is minimum to the right side. This is the case, we first check if their lmax is greater, Lmax is storing the greatest value in the left side we have till now. Like something, if you imagine, for 0, for this one, the maximum value is 1. Okay, when you get to 0, so 0 left max is 1 and array is 0, so left max must be greater than that height. That's why then we only add to the total. If left max is smaller or equal, so it cannot add. So that's why we're checking that if Lmax is greater than height, because we are first checking that height and left side is smaller than or the right side, we check. Okay, this by, so because we have to choose only one at a time, now left or right, so we choose by taking condition left is smaller. If this is it, then we have to check left max. Left max is the value with the highest value in the left part. Okay, if left max is greater than height of L, that only, there only you can, let's add to the total plus equals to, you just what you do, L max minus height L. Okay, height L, this you do. Okay, and if you do this, just if this is not, like if there is nothing left max greater than it, so just make left max is current. If this is currently L max is smaller or equal, you just make L max to your height current one, because you have in the left max, you're storing the highest left value. Okay, height of L you store, and just do L equals to L plus 1. You have to do this also, always. Okay, for the left pass. This, if this is not get, if this is not get else part, if it means right part is smaller than left part. Okay, so you just, you know that right part is more, then you have to check same thing. If L max is below left part, so right max for the right max should be greater than height of R. Same thing you have to done there. If this is like, you just add in the total plus equals to right max minus height of R. Just do it, nothing to think so much. And if this is case, just add. If this is also same, similarly, if right max is smaller or equal, you just update right max, because right max also store the highest maximum value in the right side part. So that's like for something like this case, something for this case like this, it can store values. Okay, it may be, but yes, we always check first which is the major condition, that which is the smallest part, left part or small. If we left part is smaller, we just do in the left part. If the right part smaller, just do in the right max. That right max will give you the right maximum value in the right part, and left max is the highest value in the left part. So right max else, wait condition else, Erasmus is just height. If this nothing, right max not greater. Okay, you just store it, and R equals to R minus always, because we are from this side. And this is how, this is else, and this is while, and just return total is store your total, what are you can storing. Okay, just run it. Okay, task is submitted. So it's submit. You can know that it's a hard one, it's not in it is very tricky one to understand first, because it's not coming directly into the mind. Yes, simply I will say that when you will see this question, the first approach, when you can think of the, I will make two array, this best approach, L in the left max array, right max array. For the left max array, just store for every left maximum value it can store. Just you have to think the case minimum of that, and minus array you add to that. This is simply you can do, but yeah, for optimizing the space, here you optimize your space order one. How we know that you only need one left or right, so you check from the two enter, it's left part is smaller or right part is smaller. Yes, equal to is maintained. If you can do for if equal to is here too. Okay, if you not want to, you can do here too. It's totally the same answer. If left max is, then if your height left is smaller left max, then you check that left max with the highest value in left part is must be greater to add the value. Like for that, that's why is you can do. And if there's nothing, you just update left max, and if the right max is smaller, you go to the right max. And when both of them come at the same point, it means you do not need to add, because like when it's come to the like this 3 and this also 3, so it means there is nothing to store water, and you had reached at the end of the, and then just return. That's how you solve the question. Time will just similarly same, you can say op order when but yes, space complexity that we are compromising of, it's order of 1 now. So it's a tricky one question. Both of the approaches, well, the first one is very simple, like you have to store like max array, right max array, in which both left max array to store for each element left maximum value from the left, and right maximum value from the right. It has current value from the right, it has the maximum value at the right, left maximum value from the left, and just minimum value of the left max, and minus that current you can give the water it is stored that. So that's just written that this is the approach thing. And so with a good question, you just revise it. It's a bit tricky to explain also, so sorry for if you get confused, but yeah, it's a try from my side too. Thank you guys.